connecting. Astrological oracle cards pulling first, then tarot, some other goodies. So stay to the end. Comment. Let me know what kind of readings you like. This is daily energy though, and I can tell you, astrologically speaking, Sag is squaring Neptune. It's going to start to feel foggy again. You might find out some more misleading misinformation of sorts coming up, and then you'll move into Mercury trining Uranus, which is going to give you more clarity, more intellectual insight and ease through a problem. Little bumpy road ahead, but let's see what we have astrologically speaking. The moon and Neptune together, which is happening later in the week in opposition. This will have you doing more of that deep dive, introspective kind of feeling. What else can I tell you about that? You're going to feel overwhelmed, but it won't last long. These moon cycles move quickly, and this is a message to follow your intuition. Don't get overwhelmed. Look at the bigger picture. Next up, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. Let's set the tone. This came out twice. Can't believe it. Balance. Came out twice. Balance. With that planetary energy I mentioned, there's a lot of back and forth. There's like, oh, I finally know the truth. Then it gets foggy again. And then there's a little more ease and clarity. So we will look into this more. Again, overall energy that he's speaking of right now with this balance. And there's a story behind it. So we will touch on that at the end. Stick with me. Let's pull some tarot. Okay, so that psychic sensitivity is off the chart. It's important. Balance is key. And here it is in the reading in this spread. We've got that psychic sensitivity in the moon, a lot of water here. This is for all signs, though. You guys are all here. Crossed by the Four of Wands. You're grounded. You're rooted. You're ready to celebrate. Whatever that is for you, it's a good time. There is definitely balance in your life. There is good give and take. Perhaps time for decisions. Some of you may be traveling. I'll let you know why I think that. But also keep in mind, this time of year can bring about some restless energy. The Hierophant in reverse represents some of that. Some, getting caught up in your thoughts. So let's not do that. Don't get overwhelmed by the details right now. Stay calm. Enjoy the process. Enjoy this time of celebration. And in the other way, if you feel like you need help staying grounded, seek out some support. Some people that you trust, some good advice. You have done that in the past. So I know that support is around you. Anything that is on your mind, communication and cooperation is key. In this reading too, there is a lot of the third eye chakra, the communication chakra. I'm following your guts as we have this Eight of Wands in reverse. For a portion of you, I do feel like you're traveling and there's some delays in that trip, but it's going to work out great. Others are playing a waiting game of sorts. But again, if it's about balance, you just got to strike that balance chord. And communication, cooperation will be key. The Empress is here. Sorry about that. This is a quiet kind of feminine energy, gender fluid reading. But in the beginning, when we had the moon, that is also maternal energy. And then in comes the Queen of Wands. So this is a little stepping it up. You are ready to really move forward. You've done the hard work. You've celebrated, and now you're ready for the next step. And I'll tell you why. 19 becomes 10, beginnings and completions, the sun, more fire energy, more moving forward, more reasons to celebrate, and endings and beginnings. And with the new moon coming up, new cycle. And it's really, really beneficial to you watching that resonate. The Nine of Cups is you really progressing and achieving the goals, completing, being balanced as well. And with that psychic sensitivity I mentioned in the beginning. All right, now I'd like to clarify with traditional playing cards and pull a crystal wisdom healing card for you, as well as review. All right, don't forget to comment. Let me know what kind of readings you would like. These are my grandmother's playing cards, and they are talking to me already. Ooh, here comes more air and earth and fire energy. Well, really, actually, air and earth. Two of Spades. So, if there are decisions to be made, Two of Swords, matters of the heart, make these decisions because you really will, let me show you, strike the balance. You really will. Validating that. And the Five of Clubs is the Five of Wands. Is it so much conflict, but maybe in this context, the preparation needed for this possible trip, possible training, that type of getting ready to learn sort of vibe. And remembering with the Eight of Swords, sometimes the journey is within. This could be a trip, a literal trip, or a journey within where you work on maintaining emotional balance, approaching things with a lot of confidence, but with grace and courage, but you're going to get the job done. That is for sure. And let's pull the Crystal Wisdom Healing card I mentioned and talk about balance one more time. And that flew right out for us. Aquamarine. Great message, you guys. And don't forget, the sun that we discussed earlier is in your hopes and dreams section of this layout. That is one of the outcomes, and it's key to this message. Aquamarine is about hope, and it has long been a healing gem associated with the sea and also stimulating psychic abilities. I am not kidding. This reading is intense about how raised your vibration is and your third eye opening and your psychic sensitivity coming in. This also will protect against seduction. It is rumored. And in gaining self-understanding, you are deeply intuitive, but you need to assess this realistically. Do not be seduced by vivid imaginations, illusions, which could come up with that Neptune square opposition I mentioned. Use your imagination to create what is for your highest good and your well-being. If you fall into depression, remember that hope shines into the darkest places. And we did start with that emotional moon card. So I do need you to stay emotionally balanced, which you do have that represented here twice. Okay? And that leads me finally to what we pulled in the beginning as well, the story of balance. Okay, this card about balance is from the Chakra Wisdom Healing card by Judy Hall, right? No, Tori Hartman. This relates to your third eye, as I said, and it is actually learning to see without sight. And the story behind balance, quickly, because I never want to waste your time. Thank you so much for connecting with me. This is Emancipated Periwinkle, is the character in this story. This card may indicate a reluctance to change. You may be hesitating because of the past, but that doesn't mean you should be hasty. Weigh all the sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship. Proceed slowly. So that is interesting because of all these new wonderful beginnings coming in, new energy coming in. The Four of Wands in your reading. 1111, if that resonates with some of you. As well as, where is it? The Nine of Cups. So you see, the message of balance in this reading will help you ground yourself in the midst of this incredible psychic ability and sensitivity you're experiencing. So use your intuition well for the highest good and trust yourself. You really do have this. And thank you again for being here.